Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Alpha and today we're back for another Pokemon challenge video. Today we're on Pokemon Blazing Emerald and today's challenge will be, can I beat Pokemon Blazing Emerald using hardcore Nuzlocke rules? So essentially, I've been scrolling through YouTube and I actually found this new hardcore rule set for Nuzlockes, and I thought it would be interesting to try out for my own challenge videos. I found it on Flygon AG's channel, and he does a pretty good job on his videos, and I'm just gonna steal his idea for this video. So what a hardcore Nuzlocke is pertaining to regular Nuzlockes. They have the same rule sets, but some added additional harder rules. Basically what it is that we're mixing my challenges and Nuzlocke challenges together, because the hardcore rules are added to have no items inside of battles, so you can't use items inside of battles, but hell items are fine. No over leveling, which I kind of do in my challenge video, so you gotta set on that. And we had to play on set mode, which we do anyway. So essentially we're just kind of mixing everything together on a Nuzlocke. And Nuzlocke's fainting equals death. You can only catch one Pokemon the first encounter in each route, and you gotta nickname every Pokemon, which we already do. So it's kind of a mixture of all my challenges combined, which is gonna be very interesting. We're gonna do it on Blazing Emerald because we haven't done Blazing Emerald challenge in a little bit, and we gotta revisit one of my favorite games of all time. Each of my nicknames will be nicknamed after you guys in the comments. So here are the nicknames I picked out. There's a lot of nicknames for this time around, and I actually use more than this. I use up to 30, but here are the only ones that I actually kind of showcase in the video at all. So I apologize if you guys did not get picked. But you guys want to be picked in my future videos, just drop it in the comments and hopefully I'll pick yours. And while you guys are down there, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and also challenge ROM hacks you wanted me to try, and subscribe if you're not already. We're very close to 20k and it'll be greatly appreciated. Anyways, let's get into the challenge itself. So to start off, obviously I'm going to choose a Pikachu, because throughout our many runs through Blazing Emerald, Pikachu has always been the better starter, so we're gonna choose that one. Of course, Pikachu learns Hair Glow at one point, so we want to keep that in mind. As well, he has Thunder Wave, so catching Pokemon in the earlier stage of the game is easier, and we don't have to waste more Pokemon. Now, our first encounter through the first route is actually Zigzagoon, which we named Salad. I don't know why his name is Salad, but we catch a Zigzagoon. Interesting. Our next encounter will be Poochyena, which is going to be in Route 103. And unfortunately, our next encounter in Route 102 is a Shinx, but unfortunately, we got a crit on it and we knock it out. So we are unable to catch that. We're unable to have a fourth member on our team, and we kind of just wasted an encounter. Shinx could have been a really good member on the team. Unfortunately, I just messed that up. Anyways, going into Route 104 though, outside of Petalburg City, we're able to find ourselves a Tailo out here, and we catch ourselves a Tailo, and it's pretty, I mean, you can see how far it goes. In the forest though, our only bug type we found was a Ladybug, the first bug type. We couldn't find anything else, a Shroomish, anything else. The new Venomoth, no, we get a Ladybug. Anyways, I realized that I'm not really good at Nuzlocke. As you can see, I'm facing off against this Aqua mini boss, and I'm using my Poochyena against it. The same level, of course. I lose at 1 HP. I can't do anything about that. I mean, I thought I was gonna knock out the Poochyena, but that's my first death. Bloop goes down, the Poochyena goes down, and oh, we have our first death in our Nuzlocke, so that's kind of awful. We're gonna go into Rustboro City, which is gonna be the first time with a gym in it. But of course, we're gonna go into Route 116 first and catch ourselves our first encounter, which is gonna be a Nincada. Nincada actually evolves into multiple forms, and we're actually gonna be able to use both forms later down the line. I'll explain that more down the line. Anyways, we're gonna train up our Pokemon up to level 13, because that is the level of the gym. Of course, we can't go above that. Our Tailo kind of went above that, is level 15, but you know what? Just don't pay attention to that. We actually don't use the Tailo at all in this gym, but I'm just saying it is a mistake. The Tailo starts knocking out everything too easily for us, so can't help it. Anyways, heading into the first gym, we are going to put Oran Berries on all our Pokemon, so you know, get some extra HP boost. And we're gonna head into the first gym against Roxanne. Roxanne is gonna be the rock type gym leader. We're gonna start off using our Pikachu against her Aron. Aron's gonna get Thunder Wave in the face, and then we're gonna switch out into our Ladybug. Ladybug is actually gonna be able to Supersonic and Heavy Punch it. Heavy Punch in this game actually flinches the opponents, which I didn't know it actually happens like that. I'm not sure even if it's a real move, but we're able to flinch it and then Supersonic as it actually misses and get paralyzed each turn. We get it down to very low HP. Unfortunately, eventually it does break through and is able to Rock Tomb, knock on my Ladybug, which is unfortunate, but Ladybug does its job, and we're able to send in our Pikachu next. We're able to knock it out using our Pikachu, and then we're going to send in our Zigzagoon against the Geodude. It can sand attack it, and eventually it's actually able to flinch it down using Headbutt. Does a lot of chip damage against the Geodude. And then unfortunately though, I get a second KO this round where Geodude knocks out my Zigzagoon, which is unfortunate, but I'm able to revenge kill it using my Pikachu using Iron Tail, which is great. So Pikachu gets 2 KOs in this round, and then Rhyhorn comes on next. Rhyhorn's gonna Rock to me. Unfortunately, it doesn't knock me out, and I live with 1 HP. Get my Oran Berry up, and then Iron Tail and knock it out. And then I learn Spark, which not the best move, but you know what? It's a new move, higher power, and we beat in the first gym of the game. Now from here though, we're gonna head into Dewford Island where the second gym leader is. He's gonna be the dark type gym leader, and we're gonna head into this double battle against the magma grunts in here. He's gonna carry me through this entirely as I just sit there, get some free XP, and then we're gonna head into Dewford Cave itself. And Dewford Cave, our first encounter will be the Machop in here. We're gonna catch yourself a Machop. Kind of wanted the Abra. We're gonna stick with Machops. It's kind of cool. So we're gonna train up in Dewford Cave real quick, just get some nice XP. Our max level is level 20, so once we reach 20, we're gonna switch out, train the rest of our team up to level 20. We can't go past it, of course. No over leveling, that is the rule. And we're actually gonna catch ourselves a Magikarp because that's gonna be our encounter on Dewford Island. We get the Overrod on Dewford Island, and then boom, get a Magikarp. And from there though, we're gonna go back in the Dewford Cave, turn everything up, and then we actually encounter ourselves a shiny Zubat. Now Nuzlocke, technically, if you find a shiny Pokemon, you could actually put that as a shiny clause. You could catch it. Unfortunately for this, I really don't want it, so I'm gonna knock out the Zubat because I'm kind of rocking with the Machop. If you take the shiny Pokemon, you have to surrender your first encounter, which is unfortunate. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna stick with the Machop, and luckily I do because it's gonna be very important going forwards. Anyways, we're going to evolve our Nincada into a Ninjask, but also get a very important Pokemon. If we have a Pokeball and an extra slot on our team, we actually get a second Pokemon while evolving Nincada. We get a Shedinja if we have an extra slot on our team. And Shedinja is one of the most crucial Pokemon in any Nuzlocke because it evades a lot of attacks for us for free. Anyways, we're going to head into the next gym of the game, which is going to be the dark type gym. We're going to start the battle using our Pikachu against his Murkrow. We're going to spark it, knock it out easily as he sends out his Sneasel next. We're going to Thunder Wave it. Luckily, we didn't switch out because it's pursuing us. And from there, though, hopefully it doesn't pursue us as we switch into our Machop. Machop's able to knock out the Sneasel for us with a low kick. And then next up, he's going to send out his Houndour. I'm able to Rock Tomb it. It's going to glare me. Then I'm going to survive Flame Wheel, and I'm able to knock it out using Rock Tomb again. And down goes the second gym. 2 easy gyms look like, not too bad. As we head back to Rustboro City and get the XP share from the Devoncorp headquarters. And then from there though, we're going to head into Slateport City. We're going to clear through, get some nice XP and get some soda pops from the shop. And then head into Mauville City. Mauville City will be home of the electric type gym leader, which is going to be Watson. We're going to start off the battle using our Pikachu against his Luxio. I'm able to Thunder Wave him and then switch in between my Pokemon. Unfortunately, my Machop gets Thunder Wave, but I'm able to switch in between my Gyarados and my Pikachu, get some damage off, and then eventually I'm able to get the Intimidator off where it does no damage using his Bite, so I can bite it back using my Gyarados, and I'm able to knock it out using a Bite. Then he's going to send out his Manectric next. I'm able to send in my Shedinja. This Manectric does not have any super effective hits at all, so I'm able to just sit in here and to take any damage. Electro doesn't have any attacks at all, and Shedinja is a free win through this gym, which is great because most of my team is actually weak against his electric type, and his electric types are very strong, as you can see. So I'm able to knock out both the Manectric and the Electrode, and then eventually I screech down the Magnezone, and I'm able to knock it out using Night Slash, as you can see. So we're getting some nice free wins over here with Shedinja, of course. Once we're done with that, with being Watson, we got the third gym badge. We're gonna head through the fiery path and then evolve our Machop into a Machoke. So once we have a Machoke, we're gonna go back into Mauville City and then go into the game corner where we're gonna get a Link Stone, evolve it into a Machamp. And now this thing's kind of cool. I always wanted a Machamp as a kid, but unfortunately I never had a Link Trade cable to evolve it through that. I think trade evolutions is dumb, but you know what, that's a different topic for a different day. We're gonna head into Fall Over Town. We're gonna catch ourselves a Sim Viper over here. Nothing too unique. I know it has glare, so it's gonna be great for utility, but that's about it. That's all I could really say about it. From there though, we're gonna head into Meteor Falls and clear through Meteor Falls and then head into Mount Chimney. In Mount Chimney, we're gonna clear through the Magma Grunts in here and then head into Lava Ridge Town. Lava Ridge Town will have the 4th gym of the game, which is going to be the fire type gym leader, and Flannery, of course. Flannery is going to be the fire type gym leader, and we're going to start off the battle using our Pikachu. So we actually evolve our Pikachu into Raichu. I completely forgot about that. We're in Thunder with the Larvesta, then Tail Glow in front of it to Thunderbolt and knock it out. As the next Pokemon it's going to send in is going to be his Camera Up. Once it sends in his camera up, I actually have no moves to really stop it, so I gotta swap out into my Ninjas to sack it into his overheat, which is fine. Ninjas goes down. I wasn't even training that thing at all anyways. Then I send in my Machamp to revenge it. It does a lot of damage using revenge, obviously. Gets paralyzed, which is unfortunate, but I know it's gonna body slam me. It's not gonna overheat me, so I'm gonna switch into my Shedinja. I can take the body slam, of course, and then Shadow Sneak will knock him out. Then he's gonna send in his Rapidash next. I'm gonna send in my Gyarados. Gyarados has Intimidate, so it's gonna weaken down his bounce, obviously. Then I'm gonna wait for it to come down, then Dragon Rage and closely knock it out. As you can see, now it's gonna try to double edge me. I'm able to send in my Shedinja once again to avoid the double edge and then Shadow Sneak and knock it out. Then he's gonna switch into a Skarmory as I switch into my Gyarados to lower its attack set. Luckily my Gyarados survives, but I wasn't too worried because I probably could find another Magikarp anytime I want. And I'm gonna switch into my Swallow next. I'm able to double team in front of it as it keeps missing all his moves, and I'm able to live one Flare Blitz, and I'm able to actually eventually knock it out using my Swallow and its Wing Attack Focus Energy crit thing, as it never hits me once again. So we beat in Flannery and double team is broken, so we gotta keep that in mind going forwards. But once we're done with that though, we are gonna head back all the way to Petalburg City where our father is there. Norman's gonna be the Norman Pipe gym leader, and of course our Machamp is so under level, so we gotta take the XP share off our Shedinja and start training up our poor Machamp. He destroys the first 2 trainers easily, gets some nice XP. Then we're gonna head into Norman's battle. Norman's gonna be the Norman Pipe gym leader. He's gonna start with a Lunun first. I'm gonna revenge it. Takes a nice body into the face, but I revenge it, knock it out. It's gonna send on Blissey next. It can Toxic me. I revenge it, knock it out easily. So free XP. That's some nice shots. And then he's gonna try to learn Vital Throw, which revenge is inferior to, so we can teach it Vital Throw, and then he's gonna send out its Exploud. I'm gonna switch in between my Swallow and my Shedinja to avoid its Hyper Voice and its Shadow Ball. So I'm able to confuse it in between that and then knock it out eventually using my Shedinja. Then it's gonna send out a Slacking next. I'm able to confuse it, send in my Swallow next, survive a Night Slash, and then send in my Shedinja to confuse it, and then send in my Gyarados to lower his attack stat. I sack my Simviper, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then I'm like, I can't really do any damage to it, so I'm gonna send in my Machamp. I'm able to Vital Throw it, hits itself in confusion, Vital Throw again, and then Vital Throw crits it at the end, just barely, and then knock out the Slacking, which is so annoying. The Truant ability in this game is actually very nicely balanced, because it actually regains HP each time you're in Truant. So that's really nice, which that was in the real. This is better balancing than Game Freak can ever do. But anyways, we're gonna head into the water routes over here, and we actually encounter a shiny Pokemon. Now we could use this shiny Pokemon as our first encounter in this route, mainly because we didn't even catch our first encounter in this route, but we can catch it, so we can surrender the first encounter anyways. Our only Pokemon in here, luckily we caught it. Luckily for that, is a shiny Pokemon. Probably not gonna use it, it's so low level, so I decided to go back into Petalburg City and then get more Pokeballs and then head into the water routes. And then luckily I do find a level 30 Tentacle, so I'm gonna use that one above the shiny one I got as my first encounter, so I'm gonna catch that. It is a repeat encounter. I could technically reroll, but I kind of just want this one. Anyways, from there though, I'm gonna teach my Pokemon new moves and also train them up in the water routes, so free XP. And of course we're gonna head into east of Marble City, get some nice XP against these bug catchers. Interestingly enough, our Swallow gains enough XP very quickly against all of them, so training up Swallow is actually the easiest part. I don't remember using Swallow that much through this run at all, so Swallow is really easy to train up. As you can see, he's already the highest level on my team, and I haven't used him in like any of the gyms, I swear, except the Flannery gym, of course. We can go into the route east of Fortree City. We're gonna catch yourself an Absol. We're gonna name it after my friend Brad. Of course, you're gonna switch it up a little bit. Sometimes I throw in people I know as nicknames. Anyways, we're gonna head into the next gym of the game, which is gonna be in Fortree City against Winona, the Flying type gym leader. We're gonna start using a new Tentacruel that we caught. It's gonna Thunderbolt, knock out the Swallow for us. Then it's gonna send out its Tropius against us. We're gonna Thunderwave it. It's gonna get paralyzed. Then I'm gonna send in my Raichu next in front of it, and it's gonna Tail Glow in front of it, and then knock it out as it tries to use Solar Beam and all. Luckily I'm able to knock it out without it doing any types of damage, as I'm Brave Birding me in the head. And then it's gonna send out its Dodrio, which is also a flying ground type. I'm switching to my Gyarados. I'm able to liquidate it and then knock it out. Survive 2 Brave Birds, which is nice. Then it's gonna send out its Pelipper next. I switch into my Electric type, which in this situation it gets paralyzed and then it starts protecting itself. I'm gonna Tail Glow up 3 times, and then Thunderbolt will knock him out in one shot, as you can see. Then it's gonna send out its Togekiss, which will get outspeeded and then knocked out. And of course, we are just going through this game fairly easily now with our Raichu. As you can see, I'm going to head into the rainy routes. I'm going to clear through this really nicely. I'm going to start training up more of my Pokemon because they need all the trainings they can get. From there though, we're going to head into Mount Pyre and clear through Mount Pyre, and then head into the Magma Hideout. Of course, in the Magma Hideout, there's nothing too much we can get from here. We don't catch any Pokemon in here, which is fine. And we're going to get the PP Max and then face off against Maxi, where our Gyarados goes crazy against it. It has Raging Wave, which is Thrash, but a water special move, and it kills everything on his team. It doesn't help that all his teams are water types, so that's kind of his fault. My Gyarados was just set up for success. And then I'm going to send in my Shedinja against this Team Aqua admin fight, where Shedinja is able to finally do something because it hasn't done anything in a little bit. So I'm able to knock out this admin and then clear through the Team Aqua base, and then face off against Tate and Liza in Moss Deep City. In Moss Deep City, the Psychic type gym leader in here, of course, are kind of strong. So I'm going to start using my Tentacruel and my Swallow against them. I am going to Thunder Wave and then Double Team. Unfortunately, they reflected Thunder Wave back at me, so I'm kind of stuck in here. Luckily though, I'm able to get some Double Teams up against them. Unfortunately though, they do get a lot of damage off on my Tentacruel, so I do panic. I pull the panic button, so I switch into my Gyarados and my Shedinja without actually knocking in any Pokemon. Shedinja will outspeed my Gyarados, which is interesting. We'll knock out the Hypno for us, and then our Gyarados will actually liquidate the Lunatone for us, so it's easier for us to knock it out. And then the next turn, it should be able to knock it out. I'm going to Shadow Ball the Grumpig. Grumpig survives, unfortunately. And then it's going to use Bounce against me, so I'm going to switch out my Shedinja unless I want that thing to go down. Switch out my Shedinja into my Raichu, of course, and then Liquidate will two-shot the Soul Rock. So I'm able to Liquidate and then Thunderbolt knock out the Grumpig, and then the Soul Rock isn't doing anything. And then one more attack will knock it out, and we beat Tate and Liza. So that's pretty nice. Now we're going to head into the next battle against Maxi and Tabitha with Steven Stone as our partner. We're going to send in our Tentacruel first against him. We're going to Liquidate. He's going to use Meteor Mash, all the great things. And then he has Earth Power. He has Earth Power, and he knocks my Tentacruel out. And we lose our Tentacruel. That's our first loss in a little bit. So it's kind of frustrating because our team was looking good. We had a synergy, and then now it's kind of gone, unfortunately. But it's good. It's good. I'm not complaining. Eventually, we do knock out Maxi and Tabitha without losing any more Pokemon. But it's just kind of annoying. It's just they'll hate Nuzlocke because it's just for no reason. It's just gone. Like, I can't use it anymore. I spent all this time training it up. You know, I understand I caught it at level 38, basically 40, and you only trained up a few levels, but you know, it's now gone. Like, a good member's off my team, so that's why that's why I hate Nuzlocke so much. Anyways, we're gonna face off against Archie next. We're gonna beat Archie in his little submarine hideout base, and then of course our Raichu clutched up at the end for us. We gotta go into Pacific Lock Town to save the world, of course. Find out Rayquaza's in here. Rayquaza's gonna fly down into the top of the city, clear through the weather, of course, simmer down Kyogre and Groudon, and then we're able to face off against the 8th gym leader. However, we're gonna go through and we're gonna base train everything. We're gonna clear through every single trainer in here super easily for us, and yeah. That's about it. Our Raichu goes crazy. Eventually runs out of PP, of course, but it goes crazy. Anyways, we're gonna head into the 8th gym leader, which is gonna be Juan. We're gonna put the Citrus Berry on a Raichu and then face off against Juan first. He's gonna send out his Mantum first. I'm gonna Tail Glow in front of him. He's gonna Scald. He's gonna Scald again. I'm gonna Tail Glow, and then he's gonna Scald once more, and then I'm gonna Thunderbolt. That's it. Surf knocks out the Wish Catch in one shot. I'm +6, and I should be faster than everything. Thunderbolt will knock out the Politoed. And then he's going to send out his Groudon. Thunderbolt will knock him out as well. And then his final Pokemon will be the Kingdra. Gets one-shotted to the face, and we beat Juan. And that should be it for all 8 gym leaders. But that's not it for the game, of course. We are going to go into the game corner. We're going to get 5,000 coins, get a Gible, which we're not going to use because it's too late. I should have used the Gible earlier, but you know what? It's too late for that. Anyways, we're not going to use the Gible. We're going to finally nickname our Shedinja. And then we're going to head into Victory Road. We're going to clear through Victory Road, as you can see. Raichu and Shedinja puts in good work against them. And then we're going to fly back all the way into Slateport City, where we're able to get some hard skills, to reteach some moves, which evidently we found out where we don't need any moves at all, because all the moves are kind of bad. From there though, we have an Absol we're training up. We found in Fortree City, of course. And then we're going to use all the rare candies on all our Pokemon. We learned some great moves. Our Machamp used Pummel, which is a great move, amazing move. And then the thing I've been looking for so long, our Gyarados learns Dragon Dance. Finally, we got some good moves on our Pokemon, and we should be able to face out against the Elite Four. All our Pokemon are above level 50. For once, I've never seen this in a Blazing Emerald run at all. Anyways, we're gonna head into the Elite Four and then realize we don't have actual healing items. We don't have full heals, we don't have any of those, so that's not good. We only have hyper potions, so we're stuck with that. So anyways, we're gonna face off against the first Elite Four member, which is Phoebe. We're gonna start using our Raichu against her Dusclops. We're in Tail Glow in front of her. As you can see, we get 3 Tail Glows off. As he gets some damage off against me, I'm able to Thunderbolt it, knock it out in one shot. Knock out the Bayonet in one shot, of course. He can send out a Gengar, he's gonna outspeed me. Ice Beam does not knock me out, luckily. Thunderbolt knocks him out. Coffee Gigas knocks it out. I'm just hoping nothing has Shadow Sneak. Luckily, nothing does have Shadow Sneak, and I'm able to knock out everything, and we beat Phoebe. Oh, that would have been close if anything has Shadow Sneak, but luckily we escaped Phoebe with 1 HP Raichu. Anyways, we're gonna face off against the grass type Elite Four member, which they completely replaced Sydney. I always say that. You can start with some Sunflower. I'm gonna use a Swallow. Brave Bird would knock it out in one shot, as you can see, and then switch into my Machamp against his Ferrothorn. Cross Chop would knock it down to very low HP, and then I'm switch into my Shedinja. Shedinja is actually able to Shadow Ball, knock him out for us. He gets hit in Confusion, then I'm able to knock him out, use Shadow Ball. Then he's gonna send out his Vileplume for no reason, because his Vileplume actually can't hit us at all. So I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to be a goofy. So we knock out the Vileplume as well. He's gonna send out his Shuckle. I confuse it. It's gonna hit itself in Confusion. I Leech Life it. It's gonna hit itself in Confusion once again, and I Leech Life it, and then it goes down. And I don't know if it has a Rock move to hit me or not, but I don't even know what type it is anymore. Reuniclus goes down as well, and then Meganium has no moves to hit me, trying to put me to sleep, and I'm able to knock it out using my Shedinja, as you can see. So Shedinja puts in work, takes out the second Elite Four member. Raichu takes out the first, second, and now we are on to the third, which is against Glacia. Glacia is going to be the Ice type Elite Four member of the game, of course, and we're going to start off the battle using our Machamp. We're going to start off using Lapras against us. Machamp is permanently paralyzed forever. Anyways, we're going to use Crotch Huff against the Lapras. 2 shots knock out the Lapras, which is interesting. I don't know how that works, because the first one did barely any damage. Anyways, Francis comes out next. I'm able to send in my Shedinja to avoid it, and switch into my app, which will be able to use Night Slash against him. Does not knock him out, so I'm kind of stuck here. I switch in between my Swallow and my Shedinja, and then realize I don't really have anything else to do. Switching to my Raichu, which will Thunderbolt with, knock it out. Luckily, I dodged Hypnosis. Then he's gonna send out his Wolverine next. I'm gonna Bolt Blitz it, which is basically Volt Tackle, but a special move. I'm able to one-shot it, knock it out. Then it's gonna send out its Steelix, its Crystal Steelix. Then I'm gonna send in my Absol. It's gonna knock on my Absol. It's gotta sack it. Then I switch into my Machamp. Pummel will actually knock it out as I live it with 1 HP. What? How did that even happen? So Pummel will knock out the Steelix first, and I gotta switch out. I'm gonna save this. Switch into my Gyarados, which will Intimidate, knock out the Mamoswine using Liquidate. Just barely live it though. Then it's gonna send his Glalie next. I panic. I don't know what to do. I switch into my Raichu. Survive. Just barely survive a crunch, which I shouldn't done that. I don't know why I did that. I get paralyzed, but it has a Lump Berry. Then I switch into my Swallow. Survive a crunch. I'm able to fly against him. He's gonna use Crunch, and then I come down, hit him, and then he's trying to use Substitute, and he just threw away the game, and we beaten Glacia, which is interesting. I don't know how that happened, but we survived that with 5 Pokemon still standing. I mean, we lose Absol, but you know, Absol wasn't that big of a deal. Anyways, we're good with that. We're gonna head into the next Elite Four member. We're gonna teach our Gyarados Ice Beam. Doesn't make sense, but you'll see why. We're also giving our Gyarados the Lax Incense, so we're able to avoid more attacks. So we're gonna face up against Drake, the Dragon type Elite Four member. We're gonna use our Gyarados first. We're gonna Dragon this in front of him, and then he's gonna hit me with a Fly, which is gonna be painful. Then I'm gonna Ice Beam, try to break his multi-scale, and then I'm trying to knock him out using Ice Beam. Does not work. I Liquidate on accident, which I wasn't trying to do. I'm able to Dragon this once again. He misses. He misses his Fly, so I'm like, oh, this is Pog. This is Pog. I'm able to knock out the Dragon using Ice Beam. He's gonna send out his Flygon next. I don't knock it out, which should have used Liquidate, but I'm able to freeze it. I freeze the Flygon on accident. Then I'm able to set up all the way using Dragon Dance, as you can see. Then from there though, I'm able to Liquidate it, knock it out. Then he's gonna send out its Dunsparce evolution form. Then I'm able to Earthquake it, knock it out. He's gonna send out his Garchomp next. Liquidate will knock him out. And then finally, he's gonna send out his Salamence. I'm able to Ice Beam it. I freeze that thing too. 2 freezes. I knock it out. And then he's gonna send out his Dragon Ball. I crit it and then knock it out. And this Gyarados is the luckiest Gyarados, as I knock out everything on Drake's team, and I still have everything on my team still alive. So next up, I got oh my god, that is impressive if I gotta say anything. Anyways, we're gonna face off against the champion of the game, which is gonna be Wallace. Wallace can start off the battle using Wailord. I know that, so I'm gonna switch it into my Shedinja. I know it can't do anything. I'm gonna Shadow Ball whatever comes in. Wish Cash seems kind of powerful, so I gotta switch into my Gyarados because nothing else can take a hit from it. Gyarados able to survive and then liquidate. Unfortunately, it used Giga Impact on me and knocks my Gyarados out. But I'm able to send in my Raichu next. I'm able to Tail Glow in front of it, which is +2 on special attack. And then I'm able to Surf it, knock it out. Then it's gonna send out his Gyarados next. Thunderbolt will knock him out. And then I'm like, Weirload comes out. Thunderbolt will knock him out. Tentacruel next. Bolt Blitz for sure, because I don't think Thunderbolt will knock him out. He actually hits me first with a Thunderclap, but he gets hit with a Paralyze, and I'm able to Bolt Blitz it. Oh, just barely not knock myself out, which is lucky. I have Citrus Berry on. I recover HP. Thunderbolt will knock out the Ludicolo, and then his final Pokemon will be a Milotic, and I'm like, Thunderbolt will knock him out, and it does. We beat the champion using our Raichu, and we beat the entire game of Blazing Emerald using Hardcore Nuzlocke rules. That's my first ever Hardcore Nuzlocke, and one of my first Nuzlockes I've beaten. I haven't played Nuzlockes in such a long time, so thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. It greatly means a lot to me. Anyways, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below some challenge ideas just like this one, and subscribe if you're not already. My name's been Alpha. Hope you guys all had a great day, and I'm out. Peace.